Now, from CBS 4 News, this is News and Views with ELIOTT Rodriguez.
Good morning, everyone. The story that had everyone talking this week started as a minor traffic accident and snowballed into a major scandal involving the world's best golfer, Tiger Woods. So far, 2 women have come forward claiming they had affairs with Woods. A third woman linked to the golfer scheduled a news conference on Thursday and then abruptly canceled it. What's going on? And is Tiger's handling of this scandal making matters even worse? In a moment, I'll talk to 2 public relations executives about Tiger's transgressions. But first, here's the latest on the story from CBS 4's Jawan Strader.
You feel bad about Tiger's wife?
Tiger Woods' rumored mistress at the center of the scandal, Rachel Utah, a New York nightclub hostess, is spotted just minutes before her scheduled press conference was canceled today.
Have you seen Tiger lately?
Utah, tight-lipped, was reportedly going to admit to an affair with Tiger that some say sparked the accident that caused Woods to ram his Cadillac Escalade into a fire hydrant outside his home. But her attorney, Gloria Allred, canceled due to, quote, unforeseen circumstances. Reports are she got money from Tiger to keep quiet. Allred's daughter, Lisa Bloom, confirmed the speculation on the insider.
Mr. Green has arrived. There have to be negotiations going on between my mom's camp and Tiger Woods' camp that would at least explain the delay.
And while those negotiations are going on, reports are that Woods is working on restructuring his prenup with Elin to try and save his marriage.
As of Wednesday night, the latest offer, and they are close to signing a deal, was a $5 million instant payment to her to stay and reducing the length of the prenuptial from 10 years to 7 years.
With the recent allegations of extramarital affairs with Utah, waitress Jamie Grubbs, and now nightclub manager Kalika Moquin, why would Tiger try to pay his wife to keep her?
Tiger Woods is going to do everything he can to save the marriage, including paying money.
We spoke with Miami family law attorney Maurice Kuttner, who says that Tiger has a tough road ahead.
I think the issue is going to boil down to, can she endure this rough road and all of this adverse publicity, and does she love him enough to make it work and forgive him, get the therapy and marital help that they need and counseling, and move on? And that's going to be the tough part, and that's going to be the test.
Jawan Strader, CBS 4 News.
Okay, that was Jawan Strader reporting. Joining me this morning are Bruce Rubin, a veteran public relations counselor who specializes in crisis management. He's a senior counselor at BRR Public Relations. And Todd Templin, executive vice president of boardroom communications based in Plantation. Gentlemen, thanks a lot for being here. Safe to say a public relations nightmare. Is Tiger Woods getting bad PR advice or good PR advice? Bruce, what do you think?
Elliot, we don't know whether he's getting good advice and not listening to it, or whether he's getting bad advice, but one thing is certain. In these sorts of situations, you're either in control or you're out of control, and this was out of control.
What do you think, Todd?
I think he should have taken the bull by the horns and instead Tiger is letting himself be wagged by the tail.
And let's talk about the damage that's been done to him. There have been other celebrities in the past who have been linked to affairs, and they've gotten past it. Is this something that Tiger Woods can get past?
I think ultimately he will get past it, but he had a pristine image, and it's taken a big hit, and it's going to take a long time and a lot of work.
Are you surprised that so far we haven't heard from any of his sponsors saying that they're going to dump him? I mean, a couple of days after this broke, some of his biggest sponsors, Gatorade, Nike, Gillette, said we're standing by Tiger Woods. You expect that to continue?
I absolutely do. I think the sponsors that he's involved with are those that appeal to men for the most part, and they're not necessarily. If it was Disney World, it would be a different story. But in light of these type of sponsors that he has, I think he'll just be just fine.
Okay, Bruce, let me ask you this, because you've been doing this for a long time. Let's say you had gotten a phone call from one of Tiger Woods' people when this story first broke. What would have been the advice that you would have given him?
Well, one size doesn't fit all in these situations, but for Tiger, in this case, what I would have done is tried to confront this right away with a little bit of humility, maybe a little dash of empathy, so that both married men and married women all over the world could relate to what he's saying and could understand.
But isn't that exactly what he tried to do by putting these statements out on his website?
No, he really did it badly. He didn't look everyone in the literal eye and talk about this. What he could have said is, look, my marriage is going through a rough time. I'd like you to give me a little space. My wife is as graceful as anybody could be about this. I've sort of goofed up, and I need to work on this and let me and try and fix it. Please let me do that.
But again, Todd, this is the sort of stuff that he put on the website.
He did, but first off, I think he was a day or two late on this. He should have gotten to it right away. He should have said something a little more empathetic, absolutely. I think that he should have built a rapport with his audience from the get-go. Now he's got a lot of time to make up.
Should he have, or will he, sooner rather than later, give an interview, you know, go out there and do an interview with a Larry King or Oprah or Diane Sawyer, whoever it may be?
I think at some point in time he's probably going to have to, because I don't think the media is ever going to let this go away. So no matter when he resurfaces, even if it's next year, he's going to be facing these same questions.
I agree.
So?
I do believe he could do one of two things. He could maybe do a tape statement of some sort, maybe that he puts out himself. It'd be the first time we'd see him reacting, but more so I think he probably will have to sit down with somebody and answer a few questions.
But don't you guys think that the reason he hasn't done this is because he maybe trying to fix his marriage is more important at this point than his public relations image?
I don't know if the two are mutually exclusive, Elliot.
Why do you say that?
Well, I think you can work on and maintain an image and try and fix that while at the same time you're working on your marriage.
Absolutely. I agree. He's certainly a worldwide brand. And so he does, you know, unfortunately, he has to address these things. A guy like me wouldn't have to worry about that, but somebody like Tiger does. What
did you think of some of the other big scandals that are broken? Let's say, for example, David Letterman. David Letterman came out on his show and did a mea culpa on there. The governor of South Carolina, the same thing there. But a lot of people thought, for example, in the governor of South Carolina, that maybe he was giving out too much information because he kept going on in that news conference, as I remember.
Well, the governor of South Carolina was just wacky, and I think people understood that and got it right away. I thought David Letterman did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I agree with Letterman. He got it all out one time, admitted to it, and then, you know, after a while it doesn't become news. What more can you say?
Do we know, do we have any idea what sort of PR advice he's getting, who he's getting it from?
I don't.
You don't know either?
No, but generally he'll probably have a team around him that will include, PR crisis folks as well as lawyers. There's probably a team, but ultimately he's the guy that has to make the decision.
But you and I were talking earlier that there's a difference between getting public relations advice and getting crisis management advice. And what is that difference?
Well, you know, Tiger doesn't need a golf public relations expert at this moment in time. He needs someone that has a lot of experience and success at dealing with media frenzy situations.
Yeah, he's been able to control, you know, his image for this long, and now he's out of control.
Is there a possible way that he could use this to his advantage? Any possible way at all?
I haven't figured it out yet.
What do you mean, no way?
Well, you know, he's got 2 or 3 months where he's going to lay low. He usually does his first tournament at the end of January in San Diego, so he does have some time on his side where he doesn't have to make some public appearances. But certainly this thing, you know, hopefully it's been quelled a little bit, but who knows what other information is going to come out. But he's got to be ready for it.
But he definitely has to come forward, Bruce. That's been a mistake not doing it.
I think at some point he's going to have to, because I just don't think the news media will ever let up on him until he does.
That's true. I agree.
Tough situation right there. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on our show. When we come back, I'm going to talk to a man who might need some help in crisis management himself. Miami Mayor Tomas Regalado will join me when News and Views continues. Don't go away. Thanks a lot, Bruce.
You're very welcome, my pleasure.